Hello and welcome to Dartmoor. Have you ever considered wild camping here on Dartmoor, but you're worried about where to camp, where to park, etc.? Well, don't worry, I'm going to show you the perfect location for your first camp on Dartmoor. So join me for a fantastic walk. Let's go. So what makes this the perfect location for your first wild camp? Well, first of all, parking. Easy for parking. The walk to the tour where you're going to camp is half. It's an easy walk straight there. About 1 mile to walk, that's all. And then the views are fantastic when you're up there. And if, for whatever reason, through the night you think, oh, this is not for you, it's an easy walk back down to your car again. So it really is the perfect location for a first wild camp. Car parking is perfect. It's on the road between Tavistock and Princetown. Now, once you pass the Merivale Quarry on your left hand side, it's about 1 mile from there and you'll see it on the right hand side. The grid reference for this is SX560748 and the what three words are carpeted, thumb and upwardly. Before I head up to the location for my camp, I've left all my camping kit in the car. I just bought some bare essentials with me because I'm going to go for a small 4 or 5 mile walk and enjoy the stone rows and stone circle and burials in this area. And then I'll head back to the car, pick up my kit and head up to Great Miss Tor. Just a couple of 100 yards from the car park and you'll come to Merivale Stone Rows. These are fantastic. Halfway down on the left hand side of the Stone Rows you've got this really interesting burial, Kistian. And the first time I saw it, I thought maybe it had been cut in half. But it can't be because this half is bigger than this half. So I actually think that this middle part has been cut out at some point and used elsewhere for maybe a post or a marker stone or something like that. It's actually a shame really when you think that's someone's burial. Somebody was in there once upon a time. To the north of the Stone Rows, you've got a fantastic Bronze Age settlement. Let's have a little wander around. And as you explore the settlement, you'll come across this interesting looking stone, which is believed to be a pound stone used for crushing apples, making cider. Once you come to the end of the Stone Rows, if you bear left, it will take you down to the Stone Circle and a men here, just below King's Tor. I'm walking on the old Princetown to Plymouth railway track, which was first built over 200 years ago in 1823, and back then it was used for transporting granite from the quarries near Princetown. And it was also used back then by horses pulling wagons, until later steam trains. Look at these. These were made for the construction of London Bridge, but they're never ever used. Cracking pieces of granite. This is Tor Quarry. Great spot for a swim, and I could really do with a swim right now. It's quite muggy, quite warm. But my shorts are back in the car, and I could do a skinny dip. But there's people walking around just now, so I better not. Look at this for a building. Wasn't sure what it was, so I just googled it. And apparently this would have been cottages, and this would have been an entrance for a tramway to go underneath the cottages. What a cracking building that would have been. Time for a rest then. Just coming back to the car now, gonna drop this one off, pick up my camping rucksack and head up to our location for our wild camp. When you leave the car park, cross the road, and just to the right you'll see a gate. Walk straight through that gate and keep walking. We're heading first to Little Miss Tor, and this path is just 1 mile from the road to Little Miss Tor. It's a slight uphill all the way, but the good news is it's downhill coming back. Following this path all the way up, there's two choices of camp. The first outcrop of rocks there is Little Miss Tor, and you've also got Great Miss Tor for the camp. So if this is your first time wild camping on Dartmoor and you're concerned or you're worried about it, I would highly suggest stopping here at Little Miss Tor. There's lots of areas where you can pitch your tent up. There's some cracking views, and through the night, if you're worried and you want to go back to your car for whatever reason, the path is just there. Follow the path down the hill to your car, you can't get lost. So this is what I would suggest if it's your first wild camp and you're feeling insecure. The other option is Great Miss Tor, one of my favourites in Dartmoor. Favourites for camping, that is, and for exploring. But you need to bear in mind, between Little Miss Tor and Great Miss Tor, the path eventually runs out. So if through the night you wake up and you decide it's not for you, finding the path is quite difficult unless you've got map reading skills. During the day, daytime is no problem at all. You can see for miles, unless of course it's misty. So it's up to you. The Little Miss Tor is perfect, and great access back to your car if you decide it's not for you, or Great Miss Tor if you're that bit more adventurous. Either way, you'll really enjoy it. That's it, all set up now, and the sun's come out, perfect. So I've had something to eat, and gonna have a can of cider in a minute and enjoy the evening. Totally chilled. One thing I'm going to point out is that if you do camp in this area on this tour, is there's a flagpole in the centre of the tour, and if there's a red flag flying, It means you can't go past this tour. The military will be training in the area. Today's okay, tonight's okay, tomorrow morning they're training. You can go on the tour or around the tour, it's no problem at all, but just not past the tour. You'll see the red and white post every so often. If you go to the government website, hang on, there's information which tells you when the fire range is in operation, and also there's a map which tells you where you can and where you can't camp on Dartmoor. This is perfect. This is perfect. I've had something to eat and something to drink. I'm totally chilled, enjoying the views, the ambience. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing. This is my first camp this year. I'm not really one for camping during the winter months. I get bored. I like to get the tent set up, have something to eat and drink, chill out for a bit of a wander around the tour, explore. Whereas in the winter months, it sort of gets dark at 5 o'clock. And then I get bored. I could maybe watch a movie on my phone or read a book, but then I could do that at home as well, couldn't I? So for me, I prefer the summer months camping. Although one day, I do fancy camping in the snow. That would be amazing. Look at that. 10 minutes ago, I was surrounded by mist and I couldn't see a thing. So I went back to my tent. And now, 10 minutes later, look at that. There's going to be a sunset. It's going to be a cracker. Good morning from Dartmoor. And what a cracking morning to wake up to. Look at that sun. Had a good sleep last night, apart from about 1 o'clock when I was woken by 6 young army cadets who were training for the 10 tours, Dartmoor 10 tours this weekend. Although to be fair, once they spotted my tent, they were pretty quiet after that. But they pitched up their tents just down here. And it's now 6:15 and they're up and they've gone now. I picked a perfect 2 days camping. Last night I was chatting to a lad called Harry down from London who's pitched up on the other side of the tour. It was good talking to you, Harry, if you're watching this. Good to meet you. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your break, especially down in Newquay, camping and surfing. Wow, perfect weather too you got. Hear the skylarks? And something really unusual for Dartmoor. There's no wind. No wind whatsoever. What a cracking morning. I love this. That's me, all packed up and ready to go. And as per usual, absolutely no trace whatsoever. It's time to hit the road. My first wild camp on Dartmoor this year. And Dartmoor, you did not disappoint me. What a cracking 2 days. If you're watching this, contemplating your first ever wild camp on Dartmoor, I hope this video has inspired you to get out here and enjoy it. And if you do, pop a comment on my YouTube channel below. It'd be great to see how you get on. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the journey with me. Whatever you're doing, have a fantastic day. This is Dartmoor Life, signing off from Dartmoor. Cheers!